Dear students, welcome to my chemistry class. In this video session, I will going to explain about determination of phosphorus of soil by Braze method. Means determination of phosphorus present in the soil, it can be determined by two methods. One is a Braze method, another one is Olsen's method. So first, now let's we go through Braze method. Here, the required apparatus for the determination of phosphorus of soil by Braze method. First one is a spectrometer, and the next one is pipette, and then beakers, and then remaining things glass rod, etc. But very most important is a spectrometer as well as beaker and pipettes. Now next one is what are the required chemicals? Required chemicals are the, here first one is a Braze extractant number 1. Here the solution is Braze extractant number 1. It is prepared by the mixture of 0.03 molarity of ammonium fluoride as well as 0.025 molarity of hydrochloric acid. Second one is a molybdate reagent. Molybdate reagent, it is a mixture of 1.50 gram of ammonium molybdate as well as 300 ml of water and 350 ml of 10 molarity of HCl solution, and it dilute to 1 liter by using distilled water. So now first one, how to prepare the molybdate reagent? Just you have to see here, you can take 1.50 gram of ammonium molybdate solution. Now here I am writing like this one only in a short way. Okay, 1.50 gram of ammonium molybdate plus 300 ml of water, plus 300 ml of water, again plus 350 ml of 10 molarity of HCl, 350 ml of 10 molarity of HCl, and then dilute it to 1000 ml of water, or that is the 1 liter of water. Okay, so now dilute it to 1 liter. This is our molybdate reagent. Molybdate reagent, it is prepared by the 1.50 gram of ammonium molybdate plus 300 ml of water plus 350 ml of 10 molarity of HCl. ಇದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ಸನ್ನು ಮಿಕ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ 1000 ml ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮೆಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫ್ಲಾಸ್ಕಿಗೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಮಾಡಿರಿ. ದೆನ್ ಅಪ್ ಟು ದ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಡೈಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಅದು ಇವಾಗ ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಮಾಲಿಬ್ಡೇಟ್ ರಿಯೇಜೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಪ್ರಿಪ್ರೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್. ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ 10 ಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಟೈನಸ್ ಕ್ಲೋರೈಡ್ and then 25 ml of concentrated HCl plus metallic tin pieces. Then it is the stock solution. Then working solution. Working solution, it is so simple because you have to take above stock solution 10 ml and add to this one 66 ml of water. Okay, 1 ml of stock solution plus 66 ml of water. Now it will act as a working solution. These are the required chemicals for the determination of phosphorus of soil by using the Braze method. Now let's we see about what is the procedure involving in this one. Next, see the procedure part. See here, procedure it is involving. First one is preparation of a standard curve. How to prepare the standard curve? First you have to take 0.1916 gram of dry potassium dihydrogen phosphate in 1 liter distilled water. This solution containing 0.10 milligram of phosphorus pentoxide as a stock solution of phosphate. Take 10 ml of this solution and add dilute it to 1 liter. It containing 1 microgram of phosphorus pentoxide per ml. Take similar this solution 1 ml, 2 ml, 4 ml, 6 ml and 10 ml of this solution in separate 25 ml flask. Add to each 5 ml extractant solution, 5 ml molybdate reagent and 20 ml distilled water and 1 ml dilute stannous chloride solution. Shake again and dilute it to 25 ml. After 10 ml, read the blue color of the solution on spectrometer at 660 nanometer wavelength. Plot the absorbance reading against 1 microgram P2O5, that is the phosphorus pentoxide solution, and join the points. This is about procedure. So now I will explain here in a easiest way. First you have to take 0.1916 gram of potassium dihydrogen phosphate. Okay, first you have to take 0.1916 gram of potassium dihydrogen phosphate and dilute it to, or it is prepared in 1000 ml or 1 liter by using distilled water. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ 0.1916 ಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಪೊಟ್ಯಾಷಿಯಮ್ ಡೈಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಫಾಸ್ಫೇಟನ್ನು ತೊಗೊಂಡು 1 ಲೀಟ್ರ್ ಒಳಗಡೆಗೆ ಪ್ರಿಪ್ರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ನಂತರ ಅದೇ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನನ್ನು 10 ml ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಟೇಕ್ ಅಗೇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ as 10 ml and again this 10 ml dilute it to 1000 ml or dilute it to 1 liter by using distilled water. ಅದೇ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನನ್ನು ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ 1 ಲೀಟರ್ಗೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಡೈಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ದೆನ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಅಗೇನ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ ದಿಸ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಇದೇ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನನ್ನು ಏನು ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ 1 ml ಒಮ್ಮೆ ತಗೊಳ್ರಿ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಬೀಕರ್, ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ 1 ml beaker and this is the 2 ml and this is 4 ml and this is 6 ml and then it is about the 10 ml beakers. Sorry, it is 10 ml. Take this solution into here in this beaker 1 ml, in this beaker 2 ml, 4 ml, 6 ml as well as 10 ml. Then add to each this beaker, that is 5 ml extractant solution, 5 ml extractant solution plus 5 ml molybdate reagent, 5 ml molybdate reagent plus 20 ml water. You have to add all these into each beaker. 5 ml extractant solution plus 5 ml molybdate reagent plus 20 ml water. This to this to this to this to this. Okay, then again dilute it to 25 ml. Then again dilute it to 25 ml by using the water. Dilute it to 25 ml for each and then leave it for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes the solution it appears like a blue color. The solution it appears like a blue color, and read all these solutions reading by using the spectrometer. Just you have to imagine this is our spectrometer is there. Spectrometer. Take all this solution one by one and note down the reading. Absorption, this is the absorption is there and this is the concentration of this solution. Okay, so now this is the concentration, absorption. Then by using this reading you have to plot the graph. This is the absorption versus and P concentration, phosphorus concentration. Then it would like this one. Okay, graph. This is our nature of the graph. This is the determination of phosphorus of soil by Bray's method. First one is a preparation of standard curve. Now here we got one standard curve. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಿಪರೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಕರ್ವ್ ಸೋ ಈಸಿ ಐತ್ರಿ. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದೆನೋ ಅದೇ ಟೈಪ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರಿ. 0.1916 ಗ್ರಾಮ್ ತಗೊಳ್ರಿ. ಅಗೇನ್ ಇದನ್ನು 10 ml ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೋಗ್ರಿ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ml ಒಳಗೆ ತೊಗೊಳ್ರಿ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೂ ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದನ್ನು 25 ml ಆಗೋವರೆಗೂ ಡೈಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಬ್ಲೂ ಕಲರ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನನ್ನು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರಿ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಅವರ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಪ್ರೊಸೀಜರ್. ನಾವು ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ Second point is extraction process. Okay, so what is meant by extraction? Here extraction, add 50 ml of Bayer's extractant number 1 solution to the 100 ml conical flask. It containing 5 gram of soil sample. Shake it for 5 minutes and filter. Extraction process ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಬರ್ತಿರಂತಂದ್ರೆ ರೀ, take 100 ml conical flask. Just you have to imagine this is 100 ml conical flask is there. 100 ml conical flask. You have to add 50 ml of Bayer's extractant. 50 ml Bayer's extractant. It containing 5 gram of soil. It containing 5 gram of soil sample. Then shake it for 5 minutes and filter. Okay, shake it for 5 minutes and again you have to filter this one. So this is the extractant. Second process ನಲ್ಲಿ extractant ಬರುತ್ತೆ ರೀ. ಒಂದು 100 ml conical flask ನಲ್ಲಿ 5 gram of soil ತಗೊಳ್ರಿ, 50 ml of Bayer's extractant solution ಅನ್ನು ಹಾಕ್ರಿ. ಅಗೇನ್ ಅದನ್ನು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಶೇಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಫಿಲ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿರಿ. Then third one is, okay, third point is development of color. What is the development of color? Development of color is take 5 ml of above filter solution. Okay, you have to take this solution, it is the third part. Take 5 ml of this solution in 25 ml measuring flask. This is the 25 ml measuring flask is there. Deliver 5 ml of the molybdate reagent. You have to add to this one 5 ml of molybdate reagent and add water, dilute it to 20 ml. And you have to add water, dilute it to 20 ml. Again you have to add 1 ml of stannous chloride. Again you have to add 1 ml of stannous chloride and again you have to fill up to the mark, that is the 25 ml. Shake well, read the blue color after 10 minutes by using the spectrometer. Again you have to read this reading by using this spectrometer. Okay, so this is our the total procedure. First one is preparation of standard curve, second one is extraction method, third one is development of color. Take 5 ml of this extractant solution. You have to add 5 ml of molybdate reagent and then dilute it to 20 ml. Again you have to add 1 ml of stannous chloride and dilute it to 25 ml. Okay, so this is our the procedure part of the determination of phosphorus of soil by Bayes method. Now next one you have to see the calculation part of this one. Okay, so see here calculation part. Here P is equal to, that is a phosphorus, A into 50 into 20 lakh divided by 10 lakh into 5 into 5 is equal to 4A kilogram per hectare. This is our formula. The formula calculation, it is same for the Olsen's method also. That is the preparation of standard curve is also same for the determination of phosphorus of soil by using the Olsen's method. So calculation, it is our formula. Where weight of soil taken is a 5 gram. Okay, you can take 5 gram of soil sample here. So now here volume of the extractant solution, it is a 50 ml Bayer extractant. Volume of extract taken for estimation. For the estimation you have taken 5 ml, so therefore it is the 5 ml. Volume made for estimation. For the estimation you have to make the volume 25 ml and then here also for the preparation it is also for 25 ml. Okay, amount of phosphorus observed in the sample on the standard curve, it is the A microgram. Weight of 1 hectare of soil up to a depth of 22 centimeter is taken as a 2 million kilogram. Okay, so now this is about our calculation part. Just you have to remember this formula. Okay, so just it is enough for the determination of phosphorus of soil by Bayes method. Next one is the determination of phosphorus of soil by Olsland's method. It is like a Bray's method here, but it is used for the alkaline soils, and then Bray's method it is used for the acidic soils. Here the required apparatus are the same: spectrometer, pipette, beakers, and then remaining, that is the glass rod, and then etc. But main thing is the spectrometer, pipette as well as beakers. Now in this one, chemicals required. First one is a bicarbonate extractant. What is meant by bicarbonate extractant, or how to prepare the bicarbonate extractant? Dissolve 42 gram of sodium bicarbonate in 1 liter of water and adjust pH to 8.5 by addition of dilute NaOH or HCl. Dear students, first you have to prepare the bicarbonate extractant. ಮೊದಲಿಗೆ ನೀವೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಬೈಕಾರ್ಬೋನೇಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನನ್ನು ಪ್ರಿಪ್ರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಅದರ 42 ಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೋಡಿಯಂ ಬೈಕಾರ್ಬೋನೇಟನ್ನು 1 ಲೀಟ್ರ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಒಳಗಡೆಗೆ ಹಾಕಿ ಅದರ ಪಿ ಎಚನ್ನು 8.5ಗೆ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಬೈ ದ ಎಡಿಷನ್ ಆಫ್ NaOH ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ HCl. ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ಪ್ರಿಪ್ರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರುವಂಥ ಬೈಕಾರ್ಬೋನೇಟ್ಗೆ, ಸೋಡಿಯಂ ಬೈಕಾರ್ಬೋನೇಟ್ಗೆ NaOH ಅಥವಾ ಡೈಲ್ಯೂಟ್ HCl ಅನ್ನು ಹಾಕಿ ನೀವೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅದರ ಪಿ ಎಚ್ ರೇಂಜನ್ನು 8.5 ಇರೋ ಹಾಗೆ ನೀವೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. Second one chemical is activated carbon. Activated carbon, here we have to use the Darko G60. Darko G60, it is known as a activated carbon. Now next one is a molybdate reagent. Molybdate reagent, here we have to use 1.5 gram of ammonium molybdate and 300 ml of distilled water, 350 ml of 10 molarity of HCl, then dilute it to 1 liter. So means first you have to take 1.5 gram of ammonium molybdate solution, then you have to add 300 ml of distilled water, then again you have to add 350 ml of 10 molarity of HCl. Okay, then dilute it to 1000 ml by using any one measuring flask. Here I am taking 1 liter volumetric flasks. Then you have to prepare up to the mark, and this is your molybdate reagent solution. Next one is a stannous chloride. Is there here the 10 gram of stannous chloride plus 25 ml of concentrated HCl, then metallic tin pieces. You have to add all those things, then you will get a stannous chloride. This is about the chemicals. Okay, first one is a apparatus, next one is a chemicals, and then third one is a procedure part. In this procedure part we have to follow the same procedure like a Bray's method. Okay, first one is a preparation of a standard curve. First one is you have to prepare the standard curve. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇವಾಗ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಕರ್ವನ್ನು ಪ್ರಿಪ್ರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಪ್ರೊಸೀಜರ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಪ್ರಿಪ್ರೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಕರ್ವ್? ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ವೇ 0.1916 gram of potassium dihydrogen phosphate. Okay, then it is dilute to 1 liter by using the distilled water. ಡಿಸ್ಟಿಲ್ಡ್ ವಾಟರನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಇದನ್ನು ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂತಂದ್ರೆ 1 ಲೀಟರ್ಗೆ ಡೈಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್, 0.1916 gram of potassium dihydrogen phosphate. So again you can take 10 ml of this solution, 10 ml of this solution. Again you have to dilute it to 1 liter. Again you have to dilute it to 1 liter of this solution by using distilled water. Now this solution it containing 1 microgram of phosphorus pentoxide per ml. This solution it containing 1 microgram of phosphorus pentoxide per ml. Again this solution you have to take in different flask. This is first one beaker, this is second one beaker, and this is the third one beaker, this is the fourth one beaker, and this is the fifth one beaker. In the first beaker you have to take 1 ml of this solution. In the second you have to take 2 ml. In the third you have to take 4 ml. next one 6 ml, and then after next one 10 ml. Here again you have to add to this one 5 ml of extractant solution. 5 ml of extractant solution plus 5 ml of molybdate reagent plus 20 ml of water, plus 20 ml of water to each beaker. ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಬೀಕರ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಎಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು. ದೆನ್ ಅಗೇನ್ ಡೈಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಟು up to 25 ml by using distilled water. Then again dilute it to 25 ml by using distilled water. Leave it for 10 minutes, and then here solution it looks like a blue color. Then later you can read the absorption value through spectrometer. Imagine this is your spectrometer. Take each solution and note down the reading. This is the concentration and this is the absorption readings are there. Okay, so now you have to note down this is your the concentration values and these are the absorption values. Then you can plot the graph. Okay, this is the absorption versus phosphorus concentration. Now this is our standard curve. ಸೇಮ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೀಜರನ್ನು ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂತಂದರೆ ಪೊಟ್ಯಾಷಿಯಮ್ ಡೈಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಫಾಸ್ಫೇಟನ್ನು ತಗೊಳ್ರಿ, ಪ್ರಿಪ್ರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ml ಒಳಗಡೆಗೆ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಬೀಕರ್ಸ್ ಒಳಗಡೆಗೆ ತೊಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. 25 ml ವರೆಗೂ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸನ್ನು ಹಾಕಿ ಡೈಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಕರ್ವನ್ನು ಪ್ರಿಪ್ರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅಗೇನ್ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಒನ್ನ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಆ್ಯಡ್ 50 ml ಆಫ್ ಬೈಕಾರ್ಬೋನೇಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಹಿಯರ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟೆಂಟ್, ಆ್ಯಡ್ 50 ml of bicarbonate extractant. 50 ml bicarbonate extractant to the 100 ml conical flask. So now I am here taking 100 ml conical flask. It containing 2.5 gram of soil. It containing 2.5 gram of soil sample. You have to add 1 gram to this one activated carbon. You have to add again 1 gram activated carbon and shake it for 30 minutes, and then later you can filter. Shake it for 30 minutes and later you can filter. Okay, this is our extractant solution. Now third part one is a development of color. Okay, development of color means again in the third one you can take 5 ml of this solution. You can take 5 ml of this solution in 25 ml measuring flask. This is the 25 ml measuring flask is there. You have to add 5 ml molybdate reagent. 5 ml molybdate reagent, then dilute up to 20 ml. First you have to dilute up to 20 ml, and again you have to add 1 ml of stannous chloride solution and then dilute up to 25 ml. Again you have to take this solution or keep it for 10 minutes, then it appears like a blue color. Then again you have to take this solution, then read the absorption reading by using the spectrometer. This is about the determination of phosphorus of soil by Oslin's method. Okay, so now again calculation part is also same. What is the calculation part? Here P is equal to A into 50 into 20 lakh divided by 10 lakh into 5 into 5. Okay, here weight of soil taken is a 5 gram, but here we taken as a 2.5 gram. Okay, so now you have to change here 2.5 gram, or better you can use here 5 gram, then here also formula is the same that you have to use here 5 gram. okay, ಇಲ್ಲೇನಾದರೂ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 2.5 ಗ್ರಾಮ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡಿವ್ರಿ ಪ್ರೊಸೀಜರ್ ಒಳಗಡೆಗೆ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ 2.5 ಹಾಕ್ರಿ. ಅಥವಾ ನೀವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ 5 ಗ್ರಾಮನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿಯೂ ಕೂಡ 5 ಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಉಳಿಯುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟೆಂಟ್ 50 ml. ಹಿರ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟೆಂಟ್ 50 ml ತೊಗೊಂಡಿವ್ರಿ. ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಟೇಕನ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಿ ಎಸ್ಟಿಮೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಇದನ್ನು 5 ml ತೊಗೊಂಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದನ್ನೇ ಮತ್ತು ಡೈಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಇಟ್ಟು 25 ml ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಫಾರ್ ಮೇಡ್ ಎಸ್ಟಿಮೇಷನ್ 25 ml. ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಫಾಸ್ಫರಸ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್ ಆನ್ ದಿ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಕರ್ವ್ ಈಸ್ A microgram. Weight of 1 hectare of soil up to a depth of 22 centimeter is taken as a 2 million kilogram. okay, so this is about the calculation. just here one changes is there. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು 5 ಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 5 ಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಇಟ್ಬಿಡ್ರಿ. ಅಥವಾ 2.5 ಗ್ರಾಮನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ ಆದರೆ ನೀವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿರಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ 2.5 ಗ್ರಾಮನ್ನು ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡಿರಿ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಡಿಟರ್ಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಫಾಸ್ಫರಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಬೈ Olsen's method. There is a difference between the Olsen's method as well as Brace method. Means Brace method it is used for the strong, that is the acidic soil. So as well as Olsen's method it is used for the alkaline soils. There is a difference. okay, ಇದನ್ನು alkaline soils ಗೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಅದನ್ನು acidic soils ಗೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. This is the difference between the Brace method as well as Olsen's method. Next one is a soil organic matter. It is commonly known as a SOM. Soil organic matter, it consists of a living organism. Soil organic matter, it consists of living organisms, dead plant as well as animal residue. Soil organisms organic matter ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ರೀ ಇದ್ರ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾವೆ, ಡೆಡ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟು ಮತ್ತು ಆ್ಯನಿಮಲ್ ರೆಸಿಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. chemically active portion of the soil, it is acts as an SOM, soil organic matter. It is the main chemical active portion of the soil and then it provides the good soil structure. ಸಾಯಿಲ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ ಆಗಿರುವಂಥ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರನ್ನು ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟರು. ಇಟ್ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಗುಡ್ ಏರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಾಟರ್ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಟ್ಸ್. ಸಸ್ಯಗಳಿಗೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಉತ್ತಮವಾಗಿರುವಂತಹ ಗಾಳಿ ಮತ್ತು ನೀರನ್ನು ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಒದಗಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಗುಡ್ ಏರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಾಟರ್ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ಸ್. ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ ಇನ್ ಸಾಯಿಲ್? What are the functions of SOM in soil? Here it supplies the nutrients to the plant growth. ಸಸ್ಯಗಳ ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆ ಆಗಬೇಕಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡತ್ತಂತಂದರೆ ಪೌಷ್ಟಿಕಾಂಶಗಳನ್ನು ಒದಗಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಇಟ್ ಸಪ್ಲೈಸ್ the nutrients to the plant growth. Next one, it holds both cations as well as anions and it releases them slowly. ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡತ್ತಂತಂದರೆ ಕ್ಯಾಟಯನ್ಸು ಮತ್ತು ಆನಯಾನ್ಸನ್ನು ಹಿಡಿದಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಏನು ಮಾಡತ್ತಂತಂದರೆ ಸ್ಲೋಲಿ ಆಗಿ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಇಟ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಅಪ್ ಟು 20 times their weight of water. ಇಟ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡ್ಸ್ 20 times their weight of water. ಅಷ್ಟು ನೀರನ್ನು ಹಿಡಿದಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಫಾಸ್ಫರಸ್ ಸಲ್ಫರ್ ಪ್ರಪೋರ್ಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋ 10:1:0.5:0.1. Carbon is 10, nitrogen is a 1, phosphorus is 0.5 and then sulfur is a 0.1. This is about your soil analysis chapter is over and it is important for the 2 mark session. okay, this what is meant by a SOM. It is important for